For most of my student life, the world revolved around a single glaring number on a report card. I was the girl who lived and breathed for grades, a machine programmed to absorb textbooks, memorize formulas, and regurgitate information onto an exam paper. My identity was tied to being at the top of the class, and every A+ felt like a victory, while anything less felt like a personal failure. The classroom was my battlefield, and my classmates were competitors in a relentless race for academic supremacy. I believed that education was a solitary pursuit, a mountain to be climbed alone, with the summit being a perfect GPA. The joy of learning? That was a concept I'd read about, but never truly experienced. For me, learning was a means to an end, the currency I needed to purchase a successful future. The process itself was just a necessary, often grueling chore. This rigid perspective began to crack the day our literature professor announced a mandatory group project. My heart sank. Group work, in my mind, was a recipe for disaster, a chaotic mess where my carefully constructed plans would be derailed by less motivated peers. I was paired with 3 other students: Liam, a quiet artist who sketched in his notebook; Maya, a passionate debater who challenged every idea; and Ben, a laid-back guy who seemed more interested in cracking jokes than cracking books. My initial instinct was to take charge, to delegate tasks like a CEO, and ensure my vision for an A was executed flawlessly. I drafted a meticulous plan, assigned sections, and set strict deadlines, treating my group members like employees rather than collaborators. The first few meetings were tense. I pushed my ideas aggressively, dismissing Liam's creative suggestions for a visual presentation as too risky, and shutting down Maya's desire to explore a more controversial interpretation of the text. I saw their input not as contributions, but as obstacles to the perfect grade I was chasing. The project was becoming a battle of wills, and the atmosphere was thick with unspoken frustration. One afternoon, after another unproductive session, Maya finally confronted me. "Do you even care what we think?" she asked, her voice calm but firm. "This isn't just your project, it's ours. We're a team, but you're treating us like we're just here to help you get another A." Her words hit me like a splash of cold water. For the first time, I saw the project through their eyes and realized I had been completely blind to the value they brought. Humbled, I decided to try a different approach. The next day, I started not by giving orders, but by asking a question: "What do you guys find most interesting about this story?" The shift was immediate. Liam shyly shared his idea for an animated short to illustrate the book's central theme. Maya passionately argued for a deeper analysis of a secondary character we had all overlooked. Ben, surprisingly, offered a unique and humorous take that connected the centuries-old text to modern-day social media trends. Suddenly, the room was buzzing with an energy I had never felt in my solitary studies. We weren't just dividing up work. We were building something together, piece by piece. My meticulously planned outline was discarded, and in its place, a vibrant, collaborative vision began to form. I found myself listening more than I spoke, genuinely excited by the ideas swirling around me. The process was no longer a chore, it was an adventure. We stayed up late, not because of a looming deadline, but because we were lost in debate and creation, fueling our work with pizza and shared laughter. In the end, our presentation was unlike anything I would have created alone. It was a rich tapestry woven from 4 distinct perspectives, combining sharp analysis with artistic flair and a touch of humor. We didn't just get an A. We earned an ovation from the class and a nod of deep appreciation from our professor. But the grade, for the first time, fell secondary. The real victory was the experience itself. The project taught me that learning is unconfined to the pages of a textbook or the pressure of an exam hall. It thrives in collaboration, in the challenging of ideas, and in the shared journey of discovery. It's about the synergy of a team, the courage to share a half-formed thought, and the humility to listen to others. True education, I finally understood, is not just about the knowledge we accumulate, but about the person we become through the process of learning. It's about growing not just smarter, but more open, more collaborative, and more human.